Let's talk about the diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis vaccine that we use in infants. Why do we use it, and why aren't we still using the old one? So first and foremost, the one we use today is called DTaP for kids under 7. It's diphtheria, tetanus, and acellular pertussis. Acellular pertussis simply means that it was more purified than the whole cell pertussis vaccine that we used to use prior to the 1990s. In the 1990s, they started seeing a very high rate of febrile seizures, very high fevers, hypotonic or hypo-responsive babies, and babies that cried persistently for more than 3 hours when they gave them the DTP. That was the whole cell old vaccine that we used prior to the 1990s. What they did is they studied an acellular, that more purified pertussis vaccine called DTaP. That's why it's AP. It's the acellular pertussis vaccine. And what they did is they studied DTaP compared to the DDP, that whole cell, the old one, to see if it reduced those symptoms in babies, because that was a major concern. And it turns out it significantly reduced febrile seizures, hypotonic or hypo-responsive babies, high fevers, and persistent crying in babies. Yay! DTaP seemed to be better tolerated and had lower risk of adverse events than the original DTP that we were using for years. However, what we have to note is the DTaP was never compared to placebo. So we don't know. We know it's better than the DTP when it comes to persistent crying and seizures and fevers, but we don't know how safe it is compared to nothing, to saline. Just because it's better than DTP doesn't mean it's necessarily safe. Doesn't mean it's not safe. It just means we never studied it against the placebo. DTaP, though better than the old one, still does have febrile seizures, high fevers, hypotonic or hypo-responsive babies, and persistent crying. Now you have informed consent.